Greetings everyone, welcome to this new video. We're gonna take a look at some things that I would love to change with this game. For next, XD has been very good on responding to different things that players do not like, because their whole motto is basically, I don't know if this is their motto, but it feels like it, that any friction in the game they want to take away. So obviously if it doesn't hurt their bottom line, so like other games, they do artificial difficulty in them. That means that you have to do a campaign that is awfully long, or that you have to grind for a specific item to progress in your storyline, or something stupid like that. It doesn't bring anything to the game. It's just artificially there to have you have a roadblock. And they're pretty good at this game. They give you as much as you want, the in-game trade house. Well, Path of Exile is getting that also now, so they're going with the times. I mean, they're seeing like their competitors do things and it works for them, so hopefully these changes just keep on coming with Torchlight, because I think it's evolving the genre as a whole. But there's still things I would love to have changed, and of course many people, I've taken in feedback from my comments and seen what people are complaining about on the forum and on the Discord servers. And the biggest one is obviously loot pets and stuff like that. I'm not going to go into that can of worms. It is what it is. They're not going to change that. They did some rehauling like 2 seasons ago, and I think those were in a step in the right direction. Could there be more? Sure. I'm not a whale. I barely spent any money in this. I started spending some in this season, or end of last season, because I got some from XD as being a creator for the game right now. I was not before, so that's the only thing I've spent in this game. And I recommend you to, I could do SS20 without any spending, so can you. It's just a matter of just being smart with your spending time. And I have 2 kids and a wife, and I have a full-time job, so yeah. With that said, we're gonna get into the list now. First of all, foremost, if you have not seen my previous video, 2 videos ago I believe it is, it's about affix blocking, that it does not work. I thought many people were under the impression it did work, so sadly I did my testing, I did my math. You can go over the video if you don't believe me, and just see, and if you have some testing by yourself. But affix blocking do not work, and it's apparently intended. They got answered in some Q&A this season, I believe. Someone sent me a link to that. I don't know when it's from, but it looked like from this season, and that it got answered from them, and it's intended, and which is very sad, because it takes away all the fun part of crafting, that there's some skill level. Like I say in my farm, that affix blocking video, a monkey can sit at the keyboard and they just tap the button and craft the perfect item in the end. Yes, they could that with affix blocking also, but at least there was some skill into it. There was something you could do to improve your odds. Yeah, it's just more fun when you can have a say in your like how you spend your FE. Yeah. Something that is a little bit easier to fix, so I'm gonna mix them in here. Some are gonna be big, like affix blocking, others are gonna be small. I would love to have 2 options here. Most games these days have 2 options, so if I want to move up, but it's mostly for loot, picking up out the loot, because I have 1 key. I have Q on my keyboard, I believe it is, yeah. But I also would like to have a key on my mouse, because sometimes I'm leaning back, and especially when I have a build that is fully automatic, it's very good to have 2 buttons for this. Yeah, there's a bunch of things like this. Key bindings 2x, please bring this up. Your hero memories, that goes in here. When you're rolling them later on, you're gonna roll through so many, and you have to stop and click this menu. Do you really want to roll over this specific affix? Please introduce normal affixes. So when I'm rolling here and I'm clicking this one, I can do this and then just go and click, I want to see tier 1 here, or I want to see multiple mods. Why not just have that on everything? why not introduce that to everything? Because the amount of time I have to, because I craft the same hero memories every league. I craft these for block, spell block and attack block, and it's extremely rare mod, and I sit there for over an hour, 2 hours, and just click, and I have to do it on 2 on this affixes on this, 2 affixes there, and 2 affixes here. It's just super annoying. Yes, there's no reason why it couldn't be there. Trading with friends is the next thing. So when I'm trading with Gooba, I did videos where I crafted for him, and I did some corrosions for him with Gamba for his helmet, and I got the items and I crafted them perfectly and with all tier 0 mods. So how do I give them? Yeah, you can go to a friend list, whatever that is. I'm never using this, and then I go on, click on Gooba here, and then I'm gonna need to trade some here. I think he needs to be online, and I get the option to trade. But if I trade it with him, I can only trade a certain amount of item in a day. Then we have a cooldown, and I need to come back a few hours or a day later or something to trade the rest. But worse is, these items become bound to that character. I know they don't want people to send items and then RMT outside of the game and stuff, blah blah blah. But come on. There must be a better way to doing this. So what we do is, and I don't know if I get banned for this because it's so stupid. I take this item, for example, if I want to send this to Gooba, what I do is I send it Proof of the Brave 5 here, and I sell it for 1 Proof of the Brave 5, and he just waits for this to pop up, because no one is going to have a Proof of the Brave in their inventory. Well, it's very unlikely because it doesn't drop. You actually need to make it by doing Proof of Brave 4. So you're probably not going to have it. And you're not going to search for the specific item I'm putting up. So that's how we do it. Or I did it. So I'm the only one that breaking. He's just buying them. So there it is. Cat's out of the bag, I guess. Or why don't have just a TFT where you can build sell a whole build. So when on PoE or Path of Exile, you can sell your build on Discord through the whole, like you send a picture or your Path of Building is the program you use, and then you just can see exactly what gear, what DPS the character have and stuff like that, and then you just sell the whole character to that person, not the hero itself, but all the gear and everything that comes with it, so you can play the build directly out of the box. So it's really good because you don't pay any taxes or anything like that. I'm even fine with paying, like it's stupid. No, it's just also next one is pet pity. Where do I go then? Boom. When I'm summoning, I summoned for this one. I wanted my pet, so I got 1. But then I summoned, and I used up all my summons, and I got 4 legendary pets, but they were all battle pets. First of all, please don't, like if I'm drawing for a battle pet, I'm expecting to get the battle pet. If I'm drawing for loot pets, I'm expecting to get loot pets. But here you get much more battle pets than loot pets. That is ludicrous, but it's not like I'm gonna get the opposite here. So if I go for battle pets here, it's not like I'm gonna ever see a loot pet. That's not how the game works. So I don't know, it's just making it harder, and it's kind of like hidden things in there. It's a little bit, I don't know what the word is, but it's a little bit scammy, honestly, in my mind. So I don't know what my pity is now, because there is a pity counter somewhere around here where I can only every 4th legendary pack spirit obtained is exclusive here. Yeah, so am I at the 4th one, or did that count in as one of my 4th? Because I should be at the pity now, because I'm pretty sure I got 4 legendary pack spirits, but battle pets. So I think my next legendary I get is a guaranteed this one, but I don't know. It could be, could not be. Or am I misinterpreting this text? I wouldn't know because there's no pity counter like any other gacha game in every mobile game I've ever seen. So something there. Next one is Deep Space. I know they said they were gonna address this, and it is still shit. Like, I'm sorry, but there's no other word for it. How do I even get there now? Deep Space here, the modifiers are just not fun. It's like Elemental Reflect in Path of Exile. Like, it's not a fun mod. Yes, it's there, you can work around it, yes, but it's artificial difficulty. Again, it's artificial difficulty. They added some things where you can get slates with modifier on it and you can get some immunity there, but also some of them you can't even get on slates or on hero memories. You have to corrode items. You have to corrode like hundreds like these to get the specific. And by the way, why are these not tradable? Why is this version not tradable? Like, if you get one here, there's some really good corrodes you can get here and change the implicit for it, but you can't trade them. So another thing to switch with the game, like, because this is a good outcome in most cases, yeah, but it might not be good for your build. I got one with a ring, I believe, or was it necklace, with timid on it. Completely useless for my build, but that one would have sold for like with that item probably like 20,000 FE if I could sell it, but I cannot. So there we have it. What else? RNG less on SS20 I've written here. This is one I am quite vocal about every season. They bring in this fancy new boss. It's so good, it's really nice looking, it's fancy mechanics, but there's always something that is completely RNG. Again, artificial difficulty needs to be taken care of. They've done some nerfs now, they've done some fixing, but it should be fixed already at the start. I mean, there were massive amount of people that complained about the SS20 this season. It was so much harder than previous seasons. If I took my character from last season or the character I had this season and brought it into my last SS20, like, I would have steamrolled it. Like, it would be no match for me to kill it. But here we are at this guy who is just an RNG fiesta, and it's mostly there are some mechanics of actually boss, but the most RNG mechanic is not the boss itself, it's the mechanic of this league's SS. All of these is the bomb. The bomb is a one-shot mechanic that you're just you might be in a invulnerable phase and you're still getting the bomb. Why are you getting the bomb? Sometimes he can get the bomb. Why not just make it, program him to always get the bomb is if he's in an invulnerable phase? Like, that makes no sense. So when he's spinning around and he's doing his beams to the side to the swords, like, if you're in the last phase, the phase 3, he's doing that for so long. There's high likelihood that you're gonna get the bomb in that. And you say, people keep saying, oh, you just need to time it correctly. Yeah, but there's no percentage. Like, if I'm going in here and start the fight, I'm gonna die directly. See here, there's no percentage saying I'm at 100% or I'm at 80%. I just need to guess. The same way when I'm calling him at the end of the fight. Let's just die. I don't know if my item is 15, because it's 15% calling range, yeah? So I can kill him at just outright at 15%. I don't know if he has 15%. I just need to guess. So percentage is very nice to have on the boss to see what if I'm gonna hit those marks. Then I might have a chance to say, okay, he's at 16, he's at 30% now. I know he's gonna go over at 29, he's gonna start his next phase. I'm gonna hold off, wait for the mechanics, and then do it. Push over. Then I can plan that ahead. But without that counter there, I could not. Also, SS19, I get this complaint every league. You have the same SS19 every league. This one is extremely buggy. Some builds are just not meant for it. I heard that minion builds are a pain in the ass to do this boss on. Um, Sometimes you just kill the drones that you're supposed to stand under. If you have high enough damage, when they spawn without a shield for like a second, and you have a time there to kill the drones before, and you have nothing to do. Like, I have to stand on the other side of the arena before this happens, so that doesn't do it. Like, I didn't have that much problem this league, but previous leagues I was terrible because I had so much damage, and I could just, when they have their shield up, you can't kill them unless you step into it, so it's fine then. Plus there's other parts of that fight that just needs to be taken care of. The timer is also very, very tight. Even if you have a 15 trillion build, if you want 3-star on that one, it is extremely tight. Like, if you're unlucky with some of the phases, you will not make the timer for 3-star. And I noticed that last season also. I had so much damage. Add visibility for items that have been sold or already. So when I'm searching on specifically for items here, so if I want to buy flame sand, for example, I can see here, I want to buy it for this price. But when I click this and buy it, it says it's already sold. Why is this a thing? Like, there's items here that are already being sold. I know I've clicked search, but there's no way from me clicking here and then clicking on an item directly, everything is sold. 5 minutes in. Also, if you didn't know this already, but there's a 10-minute timer. So every 10 minutes, so at 1 o'clock, the auction house is resetting. Then you go in here and you can get the best prices. So 110, 120, 130, that's how the auction house resets. So every 10 minutes the auction house refreshes, and items that people have put up gets refreshed into the market. So if you want the best prices, that's when you will need to do this. I wish it was a little bit often, or even random, because now you're sitting on waiting. I know streamers, Min-Max RPG, I even had a clock on his stream that he had like ringing every 10 minutes so he could go in and buy his items. It's just stupid. City defense is another thing. I hate this one. I got to this level this time. It's not that I can't do this, but finding someone who is not a complete moron on this, like, it says on the screen what you need to do, but oh boy, I would just rather do it myself. If I could go in here, I could do the mechanics myself, but sometimes you're stuck with someone, and can we just have this, be able to do it ourselves? Because if you want to do it with a friend, let's say I have friends in Europe and I'm here in Asia, because that's where I'm working. I need this to be, I need to find someone that is at the same level as me, so he can't join me if I'm not at level 2, and then he needs to grind through all of this. I need to carry him or whatever we need to do, and then we can do level 5 together, and it's tedious. It's not good. So these are the suggestions or things that I want changed for the next season. So hopefully they can take care of some of these, or all of these would be great, but well, keep dreaming. Some of these are probably, I just don't understand why their system is set up like this. And there might be an underlying reason. Maybe it's economics for the company, or maybe it's just some other reason. So hopefully this you agree. If you have any suggestions yourself, please write them in the comment below, and I will relay them to XD. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.